Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all well. And let's get this going straight away. And let's have a look. Nobody at the moment. Right. Okay, so it's saying I've started live now. There we go. Let's have a look. Hope you're all well and having a really lovely weekend. Yeah, there we go. So let's send the request. So we're just waiting now, which is great. There we go. So there's Sheer. So obviously just waiting there now, and hopefully no mishaps this morning. We're doing quite well at the moment. So we've got another week of these, and then the bank holiday Monday. And then you can all have a rest from me. Like I say, we'll be back with part 3, like we said, series 3 later on with all the other people before who want to do this as well. So let's have a look. Let's do that again. There we go. Sometimes it throws it out. It should be working now. Let's have a look. Yay!
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. So if you could introduce yourself and tell us who you are and what you make and sell. Oh, you've gone. Oh, what happened there? Ooh. Let's do that again. There we go. So she was there and now she's gone. So hopefully she'll come back. There we go, she's back.
I got too excited and pressed too many buttons.
So she's had enough. There we go. Yeah, so if you could introduce yourself, that would be amazing, and tell us what you make and sell.
Yeah, of course. So my name's Sarah and I am a calligrapher and stationery designer. So I design stationery that is designed to help you get organised in the kitchen at home. So meal planners, shopping lists, recipe cards, that kind of thing, really.
Excellent, excellent. And if you can tell us why you set up your business and how you came up with your business name, because this is a new one. You've got another business as well, haven't you? So tell us more.
Yeah, so I have my calligraphy business, which is called What Sarah Inks, and that's just literally what I ink. So that's how I came up with that name. And I've always loved stationery since I was little. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who are the same.
Yeah.
And doing the calligraphy and you know, learning more about paper and you know, to-do lists and all those things, I've just wanted to start my own stationery business. So I kind of merged my love of food and stationery to come up with this product of shopping lists, meal planners. So it's just a little bit different from your usual to-do lists and things.
Cool.
And I just wanted the name to reflect that, really. So I just did a load of brainstorming, and you know, I was going through all the different paper related, kitchen related terms. Every utensil you can think of, I must have married with an ink or a pen or something.
Yeah.
And when I got to ink and spoon, it just clicked. And you know, I was just like, oh, that sounds like what I want it to be, the ink and the spoon. So yeah, that's it, really.
Cool. And it's a good name, isn't it? Because like you say, it's What Sarah Inks, and then the ink, you're still taking that, but then it's the ink it's about the notebooks, it's about the you know, the kind of and it's about the food bit that you want to do and the tasks and that you do. So yeah, I mean, a lot at the moment, there's lots and lots of people, you know, they constantly, their lists as well, isn't it? I've got lists. Yeah, and it's great, isn't it? Because I've seen what you've done. I mean, I'm sure you'll show some later, but it's also in kind of sections as well, isn't it? So you can kind of get organised, something that myself and Rob have always done, and people laugh, but we have a blackboard and we write down our food that we're eating for the week. We also have another magnetic one on the board, so that tells me who we're chatting to at 10 and then who we're kind of what we're up to. It's you know, you can have it, you know, visually on your, you know, on your iPad or whatever, but it's nice to see it visually and written down, so we both know what we're up to.
Exactly. I feel like it's that extra brain space that we can't keep everything in our heads these days. So if you write it on a list, it's there. You don't have to think about it then. Just walk over to your blackboard and know what's for dinner.
Yeah, and it's really true, isn't it? Sometimes you kind of have those ideas, especially myself, and I kind of like, I have to kind of download them. So, you know, I've got like a notebook, and it just goes in there, so that later on I can go back to it and go write that note or it's to remember things, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's exactly what you need. I've got, I mean, I think I've got a notebook for every day of the week. I've got so many notebooks and list pads, but you can never have too many, in my opinion.
No, exactly. So whereabouts are you based, and where is your kind of workspace?
So I'm based in Epsom, so not too far from Dorking, and I kind of work at home like most people these days. With my calligraphy stuff, I do need a desk set up. There's so many tools and ink and pots, and it needs to be all laid out. But with my stationery, once I've digitized any handwritten stuff that I'm using, I can be on a laptop or an iPad anywhere. This afternoon I'm actually working on a farm. So I'm doing some hand lettering on a coffee van. So that's a bit of an unusual place of work. Down in Malden, Russia, if anyone's local, they'll know there's a Rock Hill Brothers Coffee. You've got a little stall there.
Know them very well.
Okay. So I'm doing some writing on the side of their van for them. So that's a new workplace for me.
Oh, please say hello to the boys. Obviously, last time I saw them, they were they were in Capers at the Yard. So before it opened, they were doing their coffee there. So I'd often pop in and say hello. And I know that they've where they are at the moment looks really good. So probably on my list of places. And now we can get out and about. It's just so nice that we can go and have coffee somewhere and have a chat and see people. So
definitely. It's lovely down there as well. I think they've got like things like pizza nights and stuff like that coming up. So definitely have a look. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on at the moment. Just kind of thinking outside. There was just looking earlier, and a shout out Pixham down in Dorking, the cricket place. There's two ladies there that set up, and they're doing like pizzas, and you can book a table. And it's beautiful. We had a wedding. We went to a wedding once there, and it was the teepees and all of that, and this bowl food.
Oh, lovely!
But the view is a Box Hill, and it's just stunning. It's just like thinking outside the box of where you can get together. I walked past a pub yesterday, and it's now open, but it's almost like you're outside in the car park.
People are putting tables anywhere, aren't they? Whenever they can get them.
Why would I want to go sit in a car park? It's just like, okay, but something like that with a beautiful view, it's really lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
So have you a favourite item to create, and why would that be that you've chosen that?
Yeah, so from my new stationery range, I'll show you actually.
Yeah, please.
You see that my shopping list is my favourite thing, and mainly because I wrote a shopping list like this for years. So now to actually have one and have sold some and know that other people have got my shopping list and are using it is lovely. Yeah. So I'd say that is my favourite thing for now. I also love, with the calligraphy stuff, I love doing the long form calligraphy. So I often get to do song lyrics, for example. For first wedding anniversary, people will often commission me to do their first dance song in calligraphy, and just seeing that line after line of calligraphy, I just love seeing it in a long form. So they're my two favorite things.
A friend of mine, she did calligraphy. I remember when she got married, she did all of the place cards, and it's such a great skill. It's such a great skill as well, isn't it? And also, like you say, that you're doing the coffee place, there's nothing worse sometimes when you see those kind of businesses and they kind of write on the chalkboard and it's not very straight, and it just doesn't look good. And you've
got to sell what people will want to drink it more if it looks visually appealing, your stall or your stand.
Exactly. So as well, with you as well, it's kind of, you've got the opportunity with other stall holders to say, well, do you want me to do your price list or your naming, things like that?
Definitely. If anyone's watching, get in touch.
Definitely. It's Silver by the Button, who after this at 11 o'clock we're going to have a good old chinwag. I've known her since I was like 17, and we're still great friends. And your little notebook there, I'm sure she'd love it. She is, she used to be, when I knew her back in the days, she would always have a list for everything, and have all these books or whatever. So I'm sure she's going to love what you do. So hi, Em. I'll see you later at 11 o'clock. Chat to you. So have you... can I say you've been working on anything new this year? That's probably what we talk.
I mean, I've as well as, so that's my range that's out at the minute, but with the idea behind my stationery is that I bring a new design out with each season. That's influenced by the new food or flowers or the weather of that season. So that's my spring collection. So I'm working on the summer one now, which will be out and in time for the market stall. So that'll probably be the first time people see it. I'm also working on cocktail card selection as well. So hopefully that'll be ready in time for the market. So yeah, a few bits.
Yeah.
Keep me busy.
And I like the other day as well. You know, I think as well, I love a mood board, you know, when we're doing photo shoots, we work on a mood board. And I saw the other day it was the asparagus, the boiled egg, and lemon. It's really great to get that. This is where you get the inspiration, you know, from as well, isn't it? So
yeah, I would like to show that to people so that I'm not just saying it. I am actually getting the inspiration. I've put a blog post about it and my Pinterest board, and I've started my summer Pinterest board, and it's all one particular fruit at the minute, so that's a bit of a clue as to what it's going to be like.
Yeah, and you know, I passed some of the day. It was really lovely. What they did is, instead of a big massive menu, it was just like a little kind of postcard size, which I thought was really good, because then they can kind of change that throughout, can't they? And just different ways of
make it more seasonal.
Yeah, exactly. Emma's saying I looked on the website and then she had to sit on her hands, so there we go.
Let the hands free.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, and I like what you're saying with the, you know, at the moment, I expect you've been seeing there's lots of sort of places that are opening that are outside, but you know, also that kind of making it all look really. I saw something the other day, and I'm not being horrible, it looked absolutely lovely, it looked really, everything looked great. And then they were wearing the most vile face masks. I'm like, those blue NHS ones. I thought, you've got everything perfect. And then, you know, you're wearing those. And because what they were doing, you know, and it's also, you know, we had a lot of face masks, and there was ones with lemons and whatever. So it's kind of
you can get some lovely ones now. Some lovely people out there.
Exactly. I was in Lidl the other day, and there's a lovely girl that works in there. She's just so fun, and she had a Diamante style one, and she just made my day. She's so fun. It's just so I said to her, keep smiling. She said, how do you know? I said, I know you're smiling because I can see it in your eyes.
You can tell, can't you? Someone's
you
smiling.
still can tell. I actually lost my Foxy one the other day, which I was I don't know where it's gone. I've lost it. I had one with foxes on because I adore foxes. So
that's annoying.
Yeah, I know we've got no material left, so that's unfortunate. So so we have an ethos, as you know, about customer service being friendly, creative, and unique. Is there a kind of ethos or a saying that gets you by? You know what I mean?
yeah, definitely. The main one that I kind of like thought about and really tried to keep in mind the last few months or year is community over competition. Yes. Because I think it's really good, especially in any kind of industry, but in the stationery world, there's lots of people doing similar things, but there's room for everyone, and everyone's got a USP. So rather than being competitive with each other, just, you know, be supportive and build each other up, and, you know, build that community. And then I know that's very similar to what you're doing with the markets and stuff as well. You know, everyone can help each other out. There's room for everyone, basically.
Yes. Definitely. And I think that's what, you know, and as well, isn't it? It's also that, you know, I like what you do because it's very unique, it's very different, but there's lots of things that you can do with what you've got. And yeah, there are other calligraphers, but actually saying that, in our group that we've got, there isn't a calligrapher. We had somebody before called Fluid Calligraphy. She's a lovely, really lovely. She went on to do stuff with like Joe Malone and things in the airport and things like that. Which, and she was lovely. And I've actually got one of she I can't remember what it is. I know that Emma stole the saying. I've got it. Her saying. I'll put it there later. But just even that, with your calligraphy, if there's a saying or something that somebody really likes, to actually you know, put it onto artwork as well, isn't it, that you could write it for them?
I do a lot of personalization, and something that hopefully get to do at the market. I've got some note cards that if people want their names written on them, you know, rather than just hello, maybe do that at the market. But that's the thing, even with calligraphers, everyone's got their own style. You could be taught by the same person but come out with your own style, because you're all, you know, unique people. So there's plenty of room for people. So it's nice to be supportive and build a community, I think, rather than, you know, tearing each other down.
No, it's true. I mean, I was saying the other day, there's that new jewellery programme that's on, and they were sort of judging, but they said that the girl, that they knew it was her style, and she was so like chuffed and pleased that they knew, you know, that it was her as such. So like it was her style, and you know, she's not copying, she's trying to be sort of different, isn't it? And, yeah, exactly, your own stamp on it as such. So what are your goals and dreams, would you say, for this year?
So with the stationery stuff, because I've just launched that, I want to build that up. I want to try and get all the 4 season designs out. You know, I'm not a trained artist of anything, so that's the big challenge for me, but I'm excited by it. So to do that, and I wanted to do a market this year, so I'm taking that one. And hopefully maybe some others later in the year. So yeah, just to build up my stationery brand really is it's quite a big goal.
No.
Whilst also looking after a 3-month-old baby.
Yes. Yeah, I mean that's what's probably good as well. You can, with the baby, you can just sort of grab your laptop and do that sort of bits while the baby's sleeping as such, can't you? So
just do it as you go. And when I can grab some time when she, you know, sleeps.
Sleeps when she sleeps. Not when you want her to.
When she's ready.
When she's ready. So who would you say is your support network?
So I'm part of a couple of support groups. So there's one called the Stationery Sessions, which is run by a lovely lady called Zoe Lacey, who is the golden letterer. She's a wedding stationery designer. She started this group called the Stationery Sessions, where she is almost like a mentor to us, you know, telling us how to build a stationery business. But the group of people that I've met through that, we're all, you know, following each other on Instagram and liking each other on Instagram. The support is amazing. You know, if you're having trouble with a printer or a particular type of paper, or looking for a specific size of envelope, just pop it in the group, and someone has been there and done that. And so that's really lovely. Like, I had a bit of a wobble before I launched these products, and was in the group like, oh, I don't know, and they were all like, just do it, put it up, and it's the best thing I've done. So them, and I'm also part of the Resilient Retail Club as well, with Catherine Eardley, which is brilliant for how to actually run a business. And then my husband, you know, he's taken Isla for a walk, so I can do this and not be distracted. And he's always encouraging me and supporting me as well. So good support group.
Yeah, and I like what you say there, because I say I'm working on my little workshop there, get it all sort of done and whatever, and you know, and that's really one of the things, isn't it, to be with other, you know, other groups and join other groups. So you
learn so much more by you know, someone else has been there and done that, and you know, you can learn from their mistakes.
And as well, to don't be alone. You know, I think I was saying yesterday, I had a little wobble myself, and it was just, you know, I was doing all this and I didn't believe in myself for a sec, and somebody just sort of like slapped me across the face. No, not literally, but the email almost.
You need it.
It almost made me cry. I was like, oh God, I'm talking, but also that mentor thing where sometimes I'm mentoring lots of people and I kind of need it sometimes, and you know, so it is really important to talk to other people and other groups. There are loads out there.
There's so many, and you are speaking to the people who lead these groups, you don't actually then realize they're also in their own groups, and they've also got their own mentors, and you think, but you're this amazing big business, but they still need that support and encouragement as well. So it's good.
I mean, there's like the Etsy, there's an Etsy Surrey one, Etsy Guildford, and you know, even on there, sometimes they might ask the most stupidest question, but it's not. It's something that, you know, is, you know, before we used to, you know, take some stuff to the post office and then wait and queue and whatever, and you can print all the labels out and things like that, and things that we sort of learned, and then, you know, so people kind of ask those questions. And you know, when it went crazy last year with, you know, lockdown and face masks and having like 50 orders, that was a godsend, because you know, like, imagine rocking up at the post office, it just would have been, you know,
people in the queue behind you would have gone nuts.
I used to quite like it though, when they were all queuing, you know, I'd come along and put it all in the post box
with all your boxes.
Like instantly, what's he doing? So what events are you doing this year with Curated by Dapper Suave?
So I'm doing the 13th of June in Dorking Halls.
Excellent.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. It'll be my first market. So any of those seasoned market stall holders, send me your tips.
I mean, I would say, you know, the workshop that I'm working on, if you want to get involved with that, you know, once I've got it all sorted,
definitely.
We'll do it with about 6 of us, make it very interactive. It's going to be quite good fun, but I think what you'll learn from it, there's just sometimes just silly little things that you think, God, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah,
and then how to, you know, right up to how you set up your stall and things like that. You know, we might have some, I'm working on some guest speakers to pop along and say about their business and things. Also, I was thinking today, with this June event, the next week after that is Father's Day. So, you know, please, at the moment with everyone, if you're thinking of gifts for your father, maybe wait and then, you know, use this as a great tool. And also with you, you know, if people are buying gifts, for instance, then maybe that you could do gift tags or something that they could put, you know, with the gift they're giving for their father.
Definitely.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
you know,
I have all my stuff with me, so
yeah, exactly.
we can definitely work something like that out. That'd be great.
Yeah, and I think it'd be really lovely, wouldn't it, to have that sort of gift. You know, we're working on something where maybe it'd be a little gift box where you can choose things to put in there, but then they could take it over to you and go, oh,
yeah, bring it over to me.
Yeah, I need a gift tag for this. Could you do that? You know, so it's all about, you know, I keep saying as well, you know, there are ways that we can all sort of work or collaborate. And sometimes I can't do it for everyone, but if you kind of think, oh, actually that person's there, and oh, we might be able to do something together, or you know, and things like that. It does, you know, it helps you, and you know, you're cross-dressing, not cross-dressing, cross-selling. Cross-selling as well, isn't it? And then you're not competing, you know, you're not competing.
Yeah, you're helping each other out.
Working together, which is...
I'd definitely be up for that.
Yeah, exactly. So the last question is, why did you choose to work with us?
Well, I just generally like the approach that you're taking with the markets and your ethos as well. You know, it ties in with the community over competition thing that I adhere to. So it's that, and the way you're going about the fairs, you know, they seem to be more, I don't want to offend anyone when I say, but sometimes when you think of craft fairs, you think of twee little, you know, gingham tablecloths, and I love a bit of gingham, don't get me wrong.
No, I do actually as well.
But just a bit more of a modern approach to it, really, and you know, and you're curating it, so you haven't got, you know, 40 stalls of the same thing. You know, you're making sure there's a selection for not only the businesses but the people coming along as well. They don't want to see, you know, the same stall selling the same products, you know, row after row. So I think that just appealed, the way you're, you know, curating it and the ethos behind it all. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, and thank you. I mean, it's really at the moment, because with us, you know, Dapper Suave, you know, we've got some new things, you know, that you'll see in June. So we're now thinking, how do we set ourselves up? It needs to be, you know, how we set up before, it needs to be different. So that's really exciting. So we might actually have something customized, made for us or something, just to sort of, you know, up the game a little bit and show that, you know, how you can do it, of bringing that shop to a table. And that's what I keep saying. It's no longer just sticking a tablecloth on it and chucking your stuff on a table. That's not.
Yeah, exactly. It's your shop front, isn't it?
You've got and it's you know, even this week, I think I said there was somebody, they were in the garden sanding something down, for, you know, and it's all, you know, and there are some really, really great stalls out there, but also, you know, just how you present, and that's another thing in the workshop that, you know, to talk about as well, isn't it? Because some people that come along and they put everything on the table, and sometimes you don't have to put everything on the table. You can just do it very minimal, and then as it sells, replenish, share, you know, make it exciting. You know, when you go into a shop, you know, there are some, you know, what's the anthropology, what's the word in Guildford?
Oh, anthropology.
Yes. I just, you know, that shop's in there. It's just, I just walk in. I don't think I've ever bought anything in there, but I just love the whole.
Just good to look around, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like, wow, the way it's all done, and even they had like their candle section that was tucked away, especially in the Guildford one. So you know, sometimes you go to these shops and it's just an experience when you're in there, isn't it? And how the products are sold. So so that's, you know, that's as you say, I think as well, the modern approach on it, I think is key to what we're about.
Yeah, definitely the way to go.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you so much. So tomorrow we are with Maggie, and she's Mumford and Dog. So I'm really excited to talk to her. And so we've got one more week and then the bank holiday, and then that's it. You can have a rest from me for 10 at 10, and it's the countdown starting. So, you know, that will be later on. I'm just doing a little bit of bits in between and other things that I'm kind of looking at. So you know, lots of exciting things.
Very busy.
And, yeah, it's great. I mean, I'm so chuffed that we've got all the floor plan all done. That's all ready.
Yeah,
you know, we've emailed everyone now, so all those people now just send us you know, 4 images. We've given you the date. If you don't you know, if you don't whatever, we'll grab some images. So it's entirely up to everyone, because obviously we're 42 businesses, that as well, and posting that. But no, it's, you know, and that's really, we've come up with the way it looks. And as we say, that what will happen is when we do the countdown, we start at number 42 and then it goes right through to number 1, so that you can use so you can use it then as a guide when you're in the room, or you kind of know as you're going in. It's sort of, yeah, exactly. There's a sort of plan of how you come in, you go up onto the stage, then you come back down, which is really, really exciting. So yeah, so thank you so much. As I say, all of Sarah's details are will be here below. So this will go onto Instagram and then onto Facebook, and obviously over onto our website, in conversation. I know a lot of people watch this later. I usually watch it in the evening. You know, because when you're watching it now, you're just covered with people's names or whatever, which you know, it's really annoying, because when all the comments come up, when this ends, you can't see them, and it's sometimes some of the comments that pop up. You can see some of the comments there, can't you? Yeah. So there's all of that, which is really nice. So you've got people, you know, saying hello and whatever. So yeah. So yeah, you can't actually, you don't see any of that afterwards, which is like, oh, you know, and people write some really nice things. Oh, there, my floods has just joined now. Hello.
Just as you're finishing.
We're just about to go. So and like I say, you can watch this later, Georgina. So you know, she's probably just popped on. But yeah, cool. Really, really great to see you. Really looking forward.
Lovely to speak to you.
And
really
you.
Nice.
Really looking forward to, and enjoy this afternoon. Say hello to Rock Hill Brothers for me.
I will, definitely.
Yeah, and I look forward to, when you've done it, pop it onto Instagram. I'd love to see how it all looks and things like that. And anyone that's looking to, you know, just to give their business a bit of a pop, then speak to you, because, you know, I'm sure that your professionalism will look really, really good, instead of that written kind of thing that, you know, get a professional to do it. I bet you've got really great handwriting. That's what I say. Cool. Bye. Really great to see it, and see you in June. You take care.
See you in June.
Afternoon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.